Hey Wastelanders, welcome back to my Fallout 4 Survival Mode playthrough. Just to give you a quick update on what I did off screen, I went ahead and took a nice long nap, slept through the night, and did some inventory management and stuff. Did some building on my settlers' quarters, kind of tried to fix up the roof a bit, add in some guard posts on the top as well. Pretty happy with how it turned out. And talked to the Minutemen, did all of their quests, got some experience, and now I am just looking at what I can do to craft a better pipe rifle. So it looks like I got a better stock, but I still need more materials for everything else. So we're going to head out shortly and do some exploring. I'm going to be going to the USAF satellite station Olivia, clearing that out, as well as down to Wicked Shipping and around that area. So, let's get started. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, before we actually head out to Wicked Shipping or USAF's satellite station Olivia, we're going to actually go through and clear out Concord, or, well, we're going to get all the loot from Concord that we missed the first time around. Now, I will be speeding through this at 200% speed. I didn't want to go too fast, though, because I felt like it would be too fast for people to actually see where I was getting loot from and what I was getting. And that's part of the purpose of this series of videos, is to show you all the places that there are loot in various areas so that you can get it for yourself. Now, if you don't care about where loot is, then by all means feel free to skip it, but it's only about 3 or 4 minutes long. So just south and outside of Concord, there is a little junkyard area that has a random event that spawns. And in our case, because we got to level 13 before we actually got here, the event that spawned was a couple of synths that have killed some settlers or raiders or other humanoids. And synths at this level are going to be pretty damn tough. We're going to want to use some drugs and some explosives to try to take these guys out, because they will be very dangerous, and laser weapons, energy weapons in general, are going to cut right through our power armor resistances. So we really have to be careful here to make sure we don't die.
Fucking cow!
Alright, so I know that looked pretty easy, but if you try to engage these guys directly in a gunfight with just a pipe rifle, it doesn't matter how good a mod you have on it, unless it's an explosive pipe rifle, you're just going to get demolished by them. They're going to cut through your armor very quickly, and you're not going to be able to do very much damage to them because their damage resistance is just too high. On the plus side, they dropped some great loot, and they gave some great experience, and in general, you're always going to have a surplus of explosives anyway. So you might as well use them. I feel like people hoard those explosives and they think they have to save them for something, but in reality, if you come across an enemy that's even remotely tough, go ahead and kill them. And there we got lucky and just got a mute fruit, 2 mute fruits actually, so we can plant those and start our mute fruit growing. Now if we can just get some corn, we'll have everything we need to start farming massive amounts of adhesive and giving ourselves both lots of experience from making adhesive, as well as unlimited access to better mods for our power armor and our weapons. Alright, so this is the Concord Civic Access, and this is where the Deathclaw actually came from. And you'll definitely want to come down here and clear it out. There's a bunch of enemies, just some mole rats and a Mirelurk and some rad roaches, but they give good experience. A bunch of loot as well, including a fusion core magazine that gives you tattoos, I believe, and just a bunch of random stuff. So absolutely come down here, clear it out, get everything you can. It's all worth picking up. I just want to point out that yes, that is a fusion core. So that should be about 5 or 6 that we've gotten so far. We'll get an additional one from
Excellent.
the power generator in the USAF satellite station Olivia as well, so that will make 6 or 7. Not sure how many we have so far. I only have one on me right now because I knew I'd be getting one. And there's Dogmeat being in the way, as usual. So, anyway, people that say that you can't use power armor because there aren't enough mods, they just aren't looking for the fusion cores. If you're having trouble finding them or remembering, I would suggest using the map that someone made. I believe it's just fallout4map.com. It's an interactive map that you can mark off locations and items that you've found. It has pretty much all of the best locations and items that you'll want to find. Things like fusion cores, bobbleheads, perk magazines, etc. It's very, very helpful if you want to do that. Just keep in mind, it doesn't show everything, and many of the areas that I'm showing you right now are not necessarily going to be on that map. However, they do contain good loot, good experience, and they should be explored.
That's it.
So at this point, I think I do some building, just some changing around some stuff, inventory management stuff, and deposit my junk, all that kind of stuff. And I'll probably skip through most of that and start the video again once that's done. Well, we finally have the materials to make a recruitment radio beacon, so we can finally start getting some more settlers into our settlements and start farming our crops. Unfortunately, I need to make another generator to power that, but that's fine. We've got materials for that as well. So definitely get that going as soon as you can. I think this is level 14 for me. So we're going to get, let's see, what do we get here? Local leader, yes. Level 14 and 15 will be a local leader. Those are very, very important once you start getting settlements that have settlers in them, and you start getting multiple settlements so that you can share your materials between your settlements. In general, you'll have a lot of excess wood and steel, both in Sanctuary and Red Rocket, so you'll want to make use of those at other settlements that don't necessarily have that stuff. So you can see my crops here are growing quite nicely. We've got mute fruit planted as well as potatoes. Just looking for that corn, and we can start our adhesive farm. Now, you won't be able to make adhesive right away. It does take 3 of each of mute fruit, corn, and potatoes to make adhesive, plus the purified water. But you want to start it as soon as you possibly can, because you need to grow all of your crops up at each settlement. Now, it's interesting to note that your workers will place a certain amount of food based on their harvest and how much extra they have, and their happiness level, I believe, is factored in too. They will place excess food into your workshop, and if you try to craft adhesive at a workshop that, say, doesn't have anything there, you can access the potatoes, mute fruits, corn, and purified water from other workshops. So it's very nice. Once you get big farms at each of your settlements, say 80 plus food at each settlement, you can very easily make it as much adhesive as you want, really, once you get 5 to 10 settlements of that level. Alright, so I skipped ahead a little bit here. I just did some random puttering around in Sanctuary, just talking to some people and stuff. So, repairing all of my power armor here, and I'm also going to upgrade a couple of the pieces into explosive shielding. That is the mod that we're going for our power armor.
Person here who's lost someone.
Yeah, June, we just talked. I get it. So yeah, you're going to get some explosive mods in your power armor. It's going to help out a lot in case you get hit by a grenade. If you die in survival mode with power armor on, it's either because you're extremely negligent and you deserve to die because you weren't watching your health at all because it goes down super slow in survival mode just from regular gunfire, or you walked over a landmine or something. That's the most likely thing, is you walked over a landmine or you got hit by a grenade or something, because explosives do ridiculous amounts of damage. Can easily one-shot you. So your number one priority should be getting your entire set of power armor shielded. That will substantially reduce the damage you take from explosives. I'm not sure on the exact percentage, but I believe it's well over half of the damage taken is reduced. Or it's reduced by half, I should say. Alright, so we're going to head out now to the USAF satellite station Olivia. And I think it's finally time to get rid of Dogmeat. He's really becoming a hindrance, walking in front of me. He's not really contributing anything. We don't need him at this point, so sorry buddy, you're staying home. You'll notice that I have over 800 rounds for my 38 rifle here. And yeah, that's pretty normal. If you keep up with the Scrounger perk, you're going to have just tons of ammo, especially 38, 45, and fusion cells. You'll have lots and lots of that ammo. So you really don't need to go and trade for stuff. Everything that you need, the Wasteland will provide you with. So don't think you need to rush over to a shop to buy stuff for a certain ammo or a certain type of junk or anything. Yeah, we'll do some of that later on, but really you can go from 1 to 40 and not do any trading at all, and everything you need will be provided for you.
Got it.
Alright, so here we are at Ten Pines Bluff. We can go ahead and get the quest to clear out Corvega, but we're not actually going to be doing it quite yet. So go ahead and pick that up, and then we'll continue exploring. Oh,
Got a
gunshots.
dangerous look about you.
Well, I guess she can wait because there are gunshots, and that means experience, so let's go and kill whatever is making those gunshots. Super Mutants! Well, this is our first running with Super Mutants, and they are pretty tough. So I'm going to use some chems here, buff up, and we'll take them out. Alright, so not too bad. So what's the lesson we learned? Chems make everything better. So if you do get addicted to using chems, you always have the refreshing beverage that you can use, which will clear not only chem addictions, but also your rads and restore you to full health. At this point, I think I lost one of the corpses. I was not able to find it. I don't think I ever was able to find it. So I'm going to skip through me looking for corpses through the brush for like 5 minutes, and I'll see you on the other side of that. Okay, so we've finally given up. Time to talk to the settlers and get our quest for Corvega.
Take it easy.
Yo,
Right.
we sent word.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen from the ground.
Glad to hear. There's,
Sure.
We know we're there.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders.
Thanks, friend.
Alright, so we got our first Minutemen quest, or our first Minutemen settlement quest anyway. Don't feel like you have to do this right away. There is no timer on it or anything, so clear out the map at your leisure, and when you naturally progress to Corvega, then go ahead and clear it out and finish the quest. You're going to get several settlements on the way, and that's fine. Alright, so here we are at Thicket Excavations, and if you talk to Sully Mathis here, he will give you a quest to tighten up some pipes that will allow him to turn on the pump here, which will eventually drain out Thicket Excavations. So we're going to go ahead and do that, but first we'll pick up any loot that's around here. He doesn't aggro, doesn't get mad or anything if you pick up the loot. He does comment about you looking around, though. If you read in one of the terminals, there's a magazine here too, if you read in one of the terminals, it will tell you that he is part of a raider gang, and they are looking to set up like a new base of operations. And that's what he's doing here. He's trying to clear out Thicket Excavation to use it as a base for his raiders. So he's not a good guy. However, if you fight him or confront him about it, he will, and he dies, he will not set up the raider camp, and it means you can't clear the area out of raiders later on. So it's better to go ahead and go along with it, just play dumb, and fix the water pump for him, so that later on you can come back and clear it out. I believe it spawned with roughly level 15 to 30 raiders in it, pretty much no matter what.
That's it.
Unless you're gonna pitch in here, keep a distance.
Okay, so here I'm just depositing as much stuff as I possibly can into this desk, because we won't be able to use our power armor underwater, or we won't want to in any case. You won't be able to swim up to get the pipes, so you have to exit your power armor for it. And we're carrying way too much to be able to do anything without our power armor on. So just deposit it into a bench. You know, nobody's going to take it or anything. It's not a big deal.
Hey, looking to earn some caps? I could
probably help.
I was gonna give you something anyway.
I'm not sure if I'm up for it.
Not gonna make this easy.
You want this pump fixed, right?
Okay, 125, but
Sure. What do you need help with? Right.
the pump isn't.
Uh-huh.
The leaks will be on.
Uh-huh.
So you noticed I pushed Sully for more money there, and the reason is not because I want the caps. I mean, it's pretty negligible. I think you get like 25 or 50 extra caps. The reason is for the experience. Every time you push someone for more money, you get more experience. Now, you need I think a charisma of 10 to successfully get more money out of someone from all three of the checks. Or maybe it's just 2 checks, but maybe it varies, I'm not sure. But you do have to have high charisma. Nothing really goes wrong if you ask them and they say no. It doesn't hurt anything, you don't get less experience or anything. It doesn't reduce your reward. So you might as well go ahead and press them for as much as you can to get more experience. Now, once you turn this pump on, Mirelurks are going to pop out, so make sure you hop back into your power armor. Don't want to fight those Mirelurks without power armor on, because 1 or 2 hits will easily kill you without any armor on to speak of. Remember, we're just in a charisma suit. It has no actual damage reduction on it at all. Let's get all of our stuff back. Don't want to leave that there. And turn the pump on, kill the Mirelurks, and get our experience and caps reward from Sully.
What if I redirect the flow? Just listen to her go. Let's do this. My good karma's paying off. Mirelurks. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that started up. Anyway, I still got some tinkering to do on this thing. Shouldn't be too hard now, though. Thanks for pitching in. Here's a little something before you clear out.
Alright, so here we are, back at Sanctuary. I need to do some basic inventory management, drop off my junk, as well as any excess ammo and stuff, and do some crafting as well. I'm going to skip through most of that, but I do craft a nice weapon here, and I'll show you the mods I get and everything on it. Again, you don't have to make this exact weapon, I just feel like it works well for the early game, so I'm going to show you what it is. Okay, so we're going to upgrade our receiver to a powerful automatic. You don't want to do 45 because 45 we're just not going to have the ammo for it yet, and we don't want to waste the ammo on a crappy pipe rifle, so go ahead and upgrade that. Upgrade to the best barrel you can get, which is a long finned barrel. As well, upgrade the stock if you can, if you need to. We already have the best stock, so we don't need it. Get the quick eject drum mag. Reflex sights are fine, and we can't get a suppressor yet, so we'll just use muzzle brake for now. Okay, so after some other basic building in Sanctuary, we've got enough time left in the day to go ahead and go over to Abernathy Farms and talk to them, turn in the quest, and we'll build up that settlement a little bit once it unlocks.
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. I'm sure she'll go lean on her prices after what you've done. And feel free to use our workshop. At least we...
Blake told me what you did for us. For Mary. I know it's not much.
Sure.
Alright, so just checking kind to see if she has any crystals or other stuff that might be useful for building a settlement recruitment beacon. Unfortunately, she does not have any of that stuff, just some shipments and some generic junk there. So I'm going to scrap everything, build up this settlement, and I'll see you on the other side. So unfortunately, this is pretty much where I run out of materials to keep building here. I'm going to have to link this up with Sanctuary and Red Rocket in order to keep building more stuff. So, and unfortunately I don't have the stuff to make a recruitment beacon, and none of the original settlers here, none of the Abernathys, will work as a supply line person. So we're going to have to supply line this to Red Rocket or to Sanctuary in order to get more materials. So I'm going to run back there, and we'll see you later. Alright, so here we are back at Sanctuary, so let's find a settler who's unassigned, and we'll supply line him over to Abernathy Farm. We do have one already sent to Red Rocket, so that's okay. It just means we'll have one supply line going to the east from Red Rocket, and we'll have one going to the south from a Sanctuary here. And that's totally okay as long as they're all connected in one line. As long as they're all, like, you can connect all the dots together with one single line, then that's okay.
Little Sanctuary revival.
I'm going to do some inventory management and stuff and get some sleep, and I'll see you when we wake up on the next day. Alright, well, good morning. Let's get something to eat and do some crop harvesting. We're going to go and check, and I do believe we have some crops to harvest, which we can then replant, and we'll do some basic building and stuff around Sanctuary, and then we'll go down and build up Abernathy Farms, get that set up, and after that we'll do some more exploring. Okay, so I just stopped over at Red Rocket before hitting up Abernathy. I think I am putting down a settlement recruitment beacon and some basic defenses and stuff here, so we're going to do that and finally get some settlers at Red Rocket so we can start having them harvest our crops and stuff here, and making us more adhesive in the future. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll go over to Abernathy, build that up, and I'll see you once we're done there. Alright, well, I just finished the outhouse, so anybody gotta go? Sorry, that was some toilet humor for you. So I'm pretty much finished building up our barn and most of, I think, everything I really want here. Oh, we gotta add the really crappy bear bulb for the outhouse. It wouldn't look right without that terrible bear bulb. So there's our barn. I was going for kind of a, a lot of those old barns have, wish I had a better view of it there. I didn't really look at it too much. There you go. So I wish, I kind of wanted, like, those old barns that you see that have the upper hayloft type thing, you know, where they have the big double doors on the top that you can dump hay out of, and then the farmers' kids would, you know, jump into the hay from the top floor and miss it and break their leg, and, you know, terrible stuff happened. Anyway, I wanted to go for that kind of a look. I think it turned out okay. We got pretty much everything done here that we need, so we're going to head out and explore the area kind of around Abernathy Farms. So let's get to exploring. First up will be Wicked Shipment, which is right over the hill here. So as you see here, I'm going to enter VATS just to see what the health on this guy is, and it's quite high. So he's pretty dangerous, but of course we want to kill him because it's experience. So to kill him, we're going to use any explosives that we have. So let's go ahead and toss a frag grenade at him. I'm going to try to do a sneak attack on him, I think. Or maybe not. And throw a Molotov too. About half his health. Well, that crippled him at least, so... At this point, I think he'll try to self-destruct, actually. Yep, there's a self-destruct. So I want to make sure you keep your distance. But we got him. Good experience and some circuitry, so well worth it. Alright, let's keep exploring. Alright, so there's our barn in all of its glory, and I made my way back here to Abernathy Farms because it is getting pretty late and I want to rest for the night. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more crafting, just making some basic stations that I can use to craft stuff so that I can sleep here and then do any crafting that I need to in the morning. I'll see you when we wake up. Alright, good morning. Well, we are approaching the 1 hour mark on this video, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. Seems like a good place to stop. I'll see you in the next episode.